So hello everyone and welcome back again to the YouTube channel of the DIPS Academy. Today again we will be discussing the JAM 2022 question, which is from the subject the ordinary differential equation again. Okay, so and we have second order differential equation and we will just discussing the options on the coefficient of the differential equation, and then we'll just discussing the solutions conditions, that is boundedness or unboundedness or limit existing and etc. Okay, so we are given with the differential equation, that is y double dash plus ay dash plus y equals to sin x for x belongs to real numbers. Then which one of the following is true? We have to find out the true options. Okay, so in the first option we're given with, like, if a is 0, then all the solution of this are unbounded over R. If a is equals to 1, then all the solution of this given differential equation are unbounded over 0 to infinity. If a equals to 1, then all the solutions of this given differential equation tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. And when a equals to 2, the solution of this differential equation will be bounded over R, all the solutions. Okay, so in all the options they are talking about all the solution of this differential equation. Okay, so we just discard the options, like in case of particular solution, like in giving arbitrary constant as particular values, we'll be just discussing discarding these options. Okay, so we'll just talk about the first option, which says that when a is 0, all the solution of this differential equation are unbounded over R. Okay, so we are given with the differential equation as this: y double dash plus ay dash plus y equals to sin x. Okay, so in option A it says when a is 0. Okay, so when a is 0, this differential equation will be converting into this y equals to sin x. Okay, now we'll just solve this differential equation and then we'll be just discussing the solution conditions of this differential equation. Okay, so here we have this non-homogeneous differential equation of second order. So we'll just finding out the complementary function, and for complementary function we just put auxiliary equation as d square plus 1 equals to 0. In that case our root will be equals to plus minus iota. Okay, so the complementary function will just denote it by yc, and that will be equals to c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Okay, then particular integral in this case will be equals to 1 over d square plus 1 sin x, and that will be nothing but 1 over minus 1 plus 1 sin x. This is nothing but the case of failure. Okay, so 1 over minus 1 plus 1 sin x. This is case of failure, and in case of failure what we do, we'll just multiply by dependent variable and then we'll just derivate with respect to the capital D, the function of d, that is d square plus 1 we have, and this sin x again. Okay, so we'll be having as x over 2d sin x, and then we will just finding out the particular integral as we were finding out in the previous one. So that will be x by 2, and 1 over d is nothing but the integration of sin x, that is minus cos x. Okay, so our complete solution, that is y, is equals to let's say we call it as yp, the particular integral. So this will be equals to yc plus yp as complementary function plus particular integral, and this is c1 cos x plus c2 sin x minus x by 2 cos x. Okay, so in the first option they were talking about the boundedness of this solution. They are saying that all the solutions of this differential equations will be unbounded over R. Okay, so for boundedness, we just, when the function is continuous on boundedness over R, we just take x tends to infinity, we just check the limit over x tends to infinity and x tends to minus infinity. So in that case this term will be unbounded. Okay, always. So y is unbounded over R. Always. So in all the solutions this term, because see, all the solutions, like when c1 c2 can be 0, but particular integral we can't skip in any solution, so it will be present in all the solution and it will be unbounded in all the solutions. So because of that, this y will be unbounded over r for all the solutions. Okay, so option A is true. Okay, so second one, like as we know, see this special form I'm writing this is nothing but this 1 over f of d square sine ax cos ax, and this we just replace d square by minus a square. This is nothing but f of minus a square sine ax. This is our particular integral in this case, provided f of minus a square is non-zero. When f of minus a square is 0, so what we do, we just multiply by dependent variable and independent variable, sorry, and the derivative of the function of d with respect to d and then sin x, and then again we'll be finding out the particular integral as we were finding out here in the previous case. Okay, so this is our particular integral special case. Okay, so a is 2, we have find out that, and in this option B they are taking a as 1. Okay, so in that case our given differential equation will be converting into this equation. Okay, so we'll just finding out again the solution for this, and then we'll finding out the complementary function and particular integral. Okay, so complementary function, for complementary function we'll just auxiliary equation in that case will be equals to d square plus d plus 1 into y equals to 0. This is the form, like we are putting y double dash d square. Okay, so auxiliary equation will be equals to d square plus d plus 1 equals to 0, which implies d ki that root of this differential equation will be equals to minus 1 plus minus root 3 iota by 2. Okay, so in that case our complementary function, that is yc, will be equals to e raised to the power minus x by 2 c1 cos root 3 by 2x plus c2 sine root 3 by 2x. Okay, and particular integral 1 over d square plus d plus 1 sine x, which is nothing but, again we'll be like putting d square as minus 1. So in that case what will be 1 over d sine x, because minus 1 plus 1 will be equals to 0, and this will be nothing but minus cos x. Okay, so our particular integral is minus cos x. So our y will be equals to e raised to the power minus x by 2 c1 cos root 3 by 2x plus c2 sine root 3 by 2x minus cos x. Okay, so in the option B they are saying that all the solutions of this differential equation are unbounded over 0 to infinity, but we have this solution is this. Okay, so over 0 to infinity, we know cos x and sin x are bounded, okay, over r, and this function will be bounded when it extends to infinity. Okay, so in not in all the solutions, so like in some cases it will be bounded, actually it will be bounded overall. Okay, so this will be bounded, so this y function is bounded over 0 to infinity. So option B is correct, wrong. So option B is wrong. Okay, so we have found out that option B is wrong. In the third option, they are saying that if A is equals to 1, then all the solutions given differential equation tends to 0 as it tends to infinity. Okay, so we just write this solution here. So that solution was e raised to the power minus x by 2 c1 cos root 3 by 2x plus c2 sine root 3 by 2x minus cos x. Okay, so they are saying when x tends to infinity, this tends to 0. see, when x tends to infinity, the first term is tending to 0, but cos x doesn't exist. Limit x tends to infinity, cos x doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. So, option C is incorrect. So, option C is incorrect. And then D option, they are saying that when A is equals to 2, then all the solutions of this differential equation are bounded over minus infinity to 0. So, we're just converting the differential equation according as A is equals to 2. So, A is equals to 2, the differential equation will be equals to d square plus 2d plus 1 into y equals to sin x. Again, we'll be computing the complementary function and the particular integral. Okay, so for complementary function, this equation d square plus 2d plus 1 equals to 0. And in that case, our root will be minus 1 comma minus 1. So we have repeated root. And we know how to write the complementary function when we have repeated roots. In that case, our complementary function, that is yc, will be equals to c1 plus c2x e raised to the power minus x. Okay, and then for particular integral, we have 1 over d square plus 2d plus 1 sin x. Okay, so again we'll be just replacing d square by minus 1. So in that case, this will be equals to 1 over 2d sin x, and this will be equals to 1 over 2 minus cos x. Okay, so this is nothing but minus cos x by 2 as we have our particular integral. Okay, so y will be equals to complementary function, that is c1 plus c2x into e raised to the power minus x minus cos x by 2, that is particular integral. Okay, so they are saying that when or minus infinity to 0, the solutions, all the solutions, they are saying actually, all the solutions are bounded over minus infinity to 0. But when x tends to minus infinity, this term will not be bounded. Okay, see, they are talking about all the solutions. So when c1, c2 is 0, we can say that this will be bounded. But when c1, c2, in some cases, c1, c2 will not be 0. So in that case, when x tends to minus infinity, y will be unbounded. Y will be unbounded. In some cases. In some cases. So, from this, we can say the option is incorrect. Okay. So, we have option A as the correct answer and all the three are incorrect. Okay. So, they are taking about all the solution. This was a key factor in this question, that they are talking about all the solutions. So, whatever we have options that we are discarding, we can discard them. But this question was lengthy, like we have to discuss all the options one by one. Okay. So, this was the question. Thank you.